Welcome to our Litterbox module, where we'll tackle a topic that isn't the most glamorous, but is absolutely essential to harmonious living with your cat. Litterbox management. Let me start with a Reddit story that perfectly captures the learning curve of new cat owners. My first week with my rescue cat, I bought a fancy covered litter box with a door flap, thinking it would contain odors and look nicer in my apartment. 3 days later, I found my cat had been using my laundry basket instead. When I finally removed the cover and door from the litter box, she marched right over, used it immediately, and then looked at me as if to say, "Was that so hard to figure out, human?" Lesson learned. Cats have preferences, and they will absolutely let you know when you've made a poor design choice on their behalf. This story highlights an important truth. When it comes to litter boxes, what humans prefer and what cats prefer are often very different things. Litter box. Basics. The science of cat preferences. A fascinating study from the University of California, Davis surveyed over 1,000 cat owners about litter box setups and analyzed which configurations resulted in the fewest elimination problems. The results are clear. Cats have strong preferences. Most cats prefer unscented, clumping clay litter boxes without covers, at least 1.5 times the length of their body in box size, clean litter scooped daily. The magic formula, number and placement. The general rule accepted by veterinary behaviorists is 1 litter box per cat, plus 1 extra. So, if you have 2 cats, you need 3 litter boxes. Where you place these boxes matters tremendously. Cats evolved as both predator and prey animals, so they feel vulnerable when eliminating. This means they need multiple escape routes, not cornered. Privacy, but not isolation. Distance from food and water. Quiet areas away from sudden noises. When things go wrong, litter box avoidance. If your cat starts eliminating outside the box, it's not spite or anger, it's communication. A 2020 study from The Ohio State University found that over 75% of litter box avoidance cases are due to either medical issues or easily fixable environmental factors. Always check with your vet first to rule out urinary tract infections or other health issues. Then look at cleanliness, most common issue. Box type and size, litter type, location and accessibility. Household stresses. Litter box maintenance. For optimal litter box hygiene, scoop at least once daily. Change litter completely every 1-2 weeks. Wash the box with mild soap monthly. Replace plastic boxes yearly. They absorb odors. Remember, providing appropriate bathroom facilities isn't just about convenience. It's about respect for your cat's dignity and natural instincts. When you create a litter box setup that makes your cat feel safe and comfortable, you're strengthening the bond of trust between you. In our next module, we'll explore one of the most fascinating aspects of living with cats, understanding their unique language and communication styles. Welcome to our cat communication module, where we'll decode one of the most fascinating aspects of living with cats, how they communicate with us and their environment. Cats may not speak our language, but they're constantly telling us exactly how they feel, if we know how to interpret their signals. Let me share this delightful story from Reddit that showcases feline communication in action. For weeks after adopting my cat, I was convinced she hated me because she would stare at me from across the room and then slowly blink. I called her my judgmental roommate. Then I read that slow blinking is actually cat language for "I love you." When I started slow blinking back at her, she would immediately come over for cuddles. Now we have blink conversations every day. My judgmental roommate turned out to be a hopeless romantic. This story perfectly illustrates how understanding cat communication can transform your relationship with your feline friend. Body language, the primary communication tool. Let's decode what your cat is saying with their body. Tail position. A straight-up tail with a slight curve at the tip is the feline equivalent of a big smile. A puffed tail means fear or agitation, while a low or tucked tail signals anxiety. Ears. Forward-facing ears indicate interest and contentment. Flattened ears signal fear or aggression. Ears that swivel like radar dishes mean your cat is processing information. Eyes. Those famous slow blinks, which ethologists call cat kisses, are signs of trust and affection. Dilated pupils can mean excitement or fear, while narrow pupils often indicate irritation. Posture. A relaxed cat takes up space, while an anxious cat tries to look as small as possible. Vocalizations, more than just meows. Cats have a remarkable vocal range. They can produce over 100 different sounds. Domestic cats have actually developed meowing, specifically to communicate with humans. Research from the University of Sussex found that cats develop personalized meow dialects with their specific humans. Let's continue exploring how cats communicate with us. Different sounds mean different things. Short meows, general greetings, multiple meows, excitement, mid-pitch meows, requests for food or attention, low-pitched meows, complaints or discomfort, high-pitched rapid-fire meows, pain or extreme distress. Purring, usually contentment, but sometimes self-soothing during stress. Chirping, trilling, social sounds often used as greetings. What science tells us about cat communication. A groundbreaking 2019 study from Oregon State University showed that cats form secure attachments to their caregivers, similar to human babies and dogs. They actually modify their communication strategies based on how responsive their humans are. When cats understand that their humans respond to certain signals, they use those signals more frequently. This means your cat is literally learning how to communicate specifically with you. Reading warning signs. It's equally important to recognize when your cat is trying to tell you they're uncomfortable. Tail twitching or lashing, ears flattened or rotated backward, dilated pupils with direct stare, low growl or hiss, crouched position, with weight shifted to back legs. When you see these signals, it's best to give your cat space rather than trying to comfort them, which they may perceive as a threat. Scent. Communication. Cats communicate extensively through scent, which is why they rub their faces on you, depositing pheromones that mark you as safe. They may become upset with new smells in the home. They may react strongly to other cats' scents on your clothing. Emotional connection. Understanding your cat's communication isn't just interesting. It's essential for their emotional well-being. Cats experience stress when they feel their communication attempts are being ignored or misunderstood. By learning their language, you're telling your cat, "I hear you, I see you, and I respect what you're trying to tell me." Try spending 5 minutes each day observing your cat's current communication style. Note how they ask for food, attention, or play. This will help you become fluent in your specific cat's dialect, building a deeper connection between you. In our next module, we'll explore the critical topic of playtime and environmental enrichment, essential elements for keeping your cat physically and mentally healthy. Welcome to our Play and Enrichment module, where we'll explore how to keep your cat physically active, mentally stimulated, and emotionally fulfilled. A bored cat is often a troublemaking cat, so this information might save your furniture, your houseplants, and your sanity. Let me share a hilarious play-related story from Reddit. I spent $75 on interactive toys for my new cat, a motorized mouse, feather wands, puzzle feeders, you name it. She ignored every single one. Then one day, I crumpled up a receipt and tossed it in the recycling bin. My cat dived in after it like it was Olympic gold and proceeded to play with that paper ball for 3 hours. She now has a collection of paper balls that I'm not allowed to throw away. The $75 worth of toys, they're now overpriced dust collectors. This story highlights an important truth. Sometimes, the simplest things bring cats the most joy. The science of feline play. Play isn't just fun for cats, it's essential for their physical and mental health. Research from the University of Bristol's Animal Welfare and Behaviour Group has shown that regular interactive play reduces problem behaviours by up to 75% and significantly decreases stress levels in indoor cats. When cats play, they're engaging in natural hunting sequences: stalking, chasing, pouncing, grabbing, biting. A good play session allows cats to express all these behaviours, which is why wand toys that you control are often more satisfying than toys that just sit there. Types of play and enrichment. Every cat has different play preferences, often based on their prey drive and personality. Ground hunters prefer toys that scurry along the floor. Air hunters love toys that fly or dangle. Water-curious cats might enjoy fishing toys out of shallow water. Problem solvers enjoy food puzzles and interactive toys. Now let's continue our discussion about the importance of play and enrichment for your cat. Creating an enriching environment. The concept of catification has revolutionized how we think about our homes from a cat's perspective. Cats need vertical space, cat trees, shelves, hiding spots, boxes, tunnels, observation posts, windows, perches, scratching surfaces, posts, pads, rotating toys to prevent boredom. A 2022 study from The Ohio State University's Indoor Pet Initiative found that cats with access to window perches and at least 20 minutes of interactive play daily showed significantly lower stress hormones and fewer behavior problems than cats without these enrichments. Play strategies for busy owners. Not everyone can play with their cat for hours every day. Here are some strategies. Schedule 2 10-minute play sessions daily. Use automatic toys when you're away. Create foraging opportunities by hiding small portions of dry food. Set up bird feeders outside windows for cat TV. Consider a second cat for social play if your cat is sociable. The importance of scratching. Scratching is a natural, necessary behavior for cats that maintains claw health, stretches muscles, marks territory, relieves stress. Instead of trying to stop scratching, provide appropriate outlets with tall, stable posts, different textures, sisal, cardboard, wood, strategic placement, near resting areas or entry points. The emotional bond of play. When you play with your cat, you're not just exercising them, you're building trust, communication, and mutual joy. Those moments of shared focus and enjoyment are building blocks of your relationship. As renowned cat behaviorist Jackson Galaxy puts it, play is not a luxury for cats, it's a necessity, and it's one of the greatest gifts we can give them. Try to observe what type of play most engages your particular cat. Does she prefer toys that fly, crawl, or make noise? Does she like to chase, pounce, or solve puzzles? Tailoring your play sessions to her specific hunting style will create more satisfaction for both of you. In our next module, we'll discuss healthcare essentials for keeping your cat healthy throughout their life. Welcome to our healthcare module, where we'll cover everything you need to know about keeping your cat healthy throughout their life. Preventative care is always better and less expensive than treating problems after they develop. Let me start with a story that highlights why being observant about your cat's health is so important. My cat Milo suddenly started drinking much more water than usual. I might not have noticed, except that I had to refill his water bowl twice a day instead of once. On a whim, I mentioned it at his annual checkup, expecting the vet to say it was nothing. Instead, they ran tests and caught early-stage kidney disease. Apparently, increased thirst is a classic symptom. Because we caught it so early, we were able to manage it with diet changes. The vet told me most people don't notice these subtle changes until the disease is much more advanced. My obsessive water bowl monitoring literally added years to Milo's life. This story teaches us an essential lesson. Cats are masters at hiding illness, and small changes in behavior or habits can be your first or only clue that something's wrong. Essential veterinary care. Establishing a relationship with a veterinarian should be one of your first priorities as a cat owner. Your cat needs kitten vaccinations and boosters, annual wellness exams, twice yearly for seniors, dental care. Most cats have dental disease by age 3, parasite prevention, spaying or neutering, recognizing signs of illness. Research from the American Animal Hospital Association found that cats typically show illness in subtle ways that are easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Important changes to watch for include changes in appetite, increase or decrease, weight changes, gain or loss, changes in water consumption, litter box habits, amount, frequency, consistency, activity level changes, grooming changes, either excessive grooming or neglected coat. Let's continue our discussion about keeping your cat healthy throughout their life. Common health issues in cats. Understanding. Common feline health problems can help you spot them early. Dental disease. By age 3, over 70% of cats have dental disease. Signs include bad breath, drooling, and difficulty eating. Regular dental checkups and at-home care are essential. Urinary tract issues. Cats, especially males, are prone to urinary tract infections and blockages. Watch for frequent trips to the litter box, straining, or urination outside the box. Kidney disease. This affects up to 30% of senior cats. Early signs include increased thirst, urination, and subtle weight loss. Diabetes. Obesity is the biggest risk factor. Watch for excessive thirst, frequent urination, and weight loss, despite good appetite. Hypothyroidism. Common in older cats, causing weight loss despite increased appetite, hyperactivity, and sometimes vomiting. Arthritis. Often overlooked in cats, signs include reluctance to jump, difficulty grooming, and irritability when touched in certain areas. Obesity. Affects over 50% of indoor cats and increases risk for many diseases. Your vet can help establish a healthy weight and diet plan. At-home health monitoring. You are your cat's best health advocate. Here's what you can do at home. Learn to check your cat's body condition score. Perform weekly mini exams: ears, eyes, teeth, coat. Keep a log of any changes in behavior or habits. Weigh your cat monthly. A kitchen scale works for kittens, a bathroom scale for adults. Create a relationship with your cat that makes handling easier. Building a pet first aid kit. Every cat owner should have a basic first aid kit containing your vet's emergency contact information, gauze pads and self-adhering bandage, not sticky, digital thermometer, normal cat temp is 100.5, 102.5 degraph, blunt-tipped scissors, cat-safe antiseptic wash, pet carrier. The emotional component. Taking care of your cat's health isn't just about extending their lifespan. It's about ensuring those years are comfortable, pain-free, and happy. Studies from the American Association of Feline Practitioners show that many cats suffer from chronic pain that goes untreated because the signs are so subtle. Schedule a baseline wellness exam within the first month of getting your cat, even if they seem perfectly healthy. This gives your vet important benchmarks to measure against in the future and helps your cat become comfortable with veterinary visits. In our next module, we'll bust some common myths about cats that might be affecting how you care for your feline friend. Welcome to our myth-busting module, where we'll tackle some of the most persistent misconceptions about cats. From old wives' tales to internet misinformation, there are plenty of cat myths out there. Let's separate fact from fiction with science and expertise. Here's a funny story from Reddit about a cat myth gone wrong. My grandmother always told me cats hate water, so when I adopted my first cat, I was prepared for bath time battles. One day, I was taking a bath, and my cat kept trying to get in the bathroom. I finally let her in, assuming she just wanted company. To my shock, she jumped right into the tub with me and started happily splashing around. She now demands to join me for bath time regularly. I bought her a little floating rubber duck. So much for cats hating water. This story perfectly demonstrates why we shouldn't make assumptions about all cats based on common stereotypes. Myth 1. Cats are completely independent and don't need social interaction. Reality. While cats are more independent than dogs, they are still social creatures. A groundbreaking study from Oregon State University found that when given a choice between food, toys, human interaction, and scent, the majority of cats actually chose human interaction as their preferred activity. Different cats have different social needs, but complete isolation is detrimental to most cats' mental health. Many behavioral problems stem from insufficient social interaction. Myth number 2, purring always means a cat is happy. Reality, purring is complex. While cats often purr when content, they also purr when injured, in labor, stressed, or ill. Research from the University of California has shown that purring occurs at a frequency, 2550 Hz, that promotes tissue healing and bone growth. Cats may be self-soothing with their purrs during stressful situations. Myth number 3. Cats should drink milk. Reality. Most adult cats are lactose intolerant. After weaning, cats lose the enzyme needed to digest lactose. Giving milk to adult cats typically results in digestive upset. Fresh water is what cats need for proper hydration. Let's continue debunking common misconceptions about our feline friends. Myth number 4. Cats. always land on their feet. Reality. While cats do have an impressive righting reflex, they cannot always land safely, especially from short heights where they don't have time to position themselves correctly. High-rise syndrome is a real veterinary emergency seen when cats fall from heights. Myth Sir 5. Indoor cats don't need preventative health care. Reality, indoor cats still need regular veterinary care. They can develop dental disease, obesity, diabetes, and other conditions regardless of indoor status. Some parasites and diseases can even be brought into the home on human shoes or clothing. Myth number 6. Cats are nocturnal. Reality. Cats are actually crepuscular, meaning they're most active at dawn and dusk. This evolutionary adaptation allowed their wild ancestors to hunt when smaller prey animals were active, but larger predators might be resting. Myth number 7. Cats can't be trained. Reality. Cats are absolutely trainable. A 2017 study from the University of Padova demonstrated that cats can learn commands just like dogs, though their motivation differs. Clicker training and positive reinforcement are highly effective with cats. Myth 8. Cats always hate dogs. Reality. Many cats live harmoniously with dogs. The key is proper introduction and respecting each animal's personality and needs. Species-specific body language can lead to misunderstandings, but many cats and dogs form strong bonds when given the chance. Myth number 9. Cats are aloof and unaffectionate. Reality. While cats show affection differently than dogs, most are quite loving in their own way. A 2019 study in Current Biology found that cats form secure attachments to their caregivers, similar to human infants and dogs. They just demonstrate it on their own terms. Myth number 10. Black cats are bad luck. Reality. This harmful superstition has no basis in fact, but leads to black cats being less frequently adopted from shelters. In reality, coat color has no relation to temperament or health. Why these myths matter. Misconceptions about cats can lead to misunderstanding their needs and behaviors, which affects both their welfare and your relationship. When we understand the truth about cats, we can provide better care and build stronger bonds with them. As feline behavior specialist Dr. Sarah Ellis puts it, the better we understand cats on their own terms, not as small dogs or as the stereotypes we've created, the better we can meet their needs and appreciate their unique qualities. Take a moment to reflect on any assumptions you might have made about cats. Challenging these preconceptions will help you see your cat more clearly and respond to their actual needs rather than stereotypes. In our final module, we'll bring everything together and discuss how to continue developing your relationship with your cat throughout their life.